This growing family has a master bathroom that needs to grow too, but since it can't, we're making the most of what they have.
Yeah, we can't make it any bigger, but we can make her prettier.
That's right, exactly. I've been helping homeowners improve their home for a lot of years. They think it's intimidating, but it actually can be a lot of fun.
And we're here to help. Dad's the expert, but I've learned a few things along the way.
Practical, realistic home improvement information is what today's homeowner is all about. This little house belongs to Logan and Hannah, who share it with their daughters Brooklyn, Dakota, and
another on the way.
Third girl coming.
That's right, third girl. Pray for me. We love our house. We love where it is. We love the convenience of everything.
The community, just being able to like walk around and bike everywhere. I've always loved the charm of an older house, just the character that comes with an older home that you can't get in new homes, but it stresses him out.
It does. I do love the house. I don't love some of the projects that we've had to do to get it to where it is now. The master bath is one of the bigger problem areas, so it's only master because that's by default what it's called.
Our master bathroom is right over here.
okay.
And it's not much of a master. You'll have to.
It's a small little shoebox that we've made work and grown accustomed to.
Well, I've seen them like this before, but what are some of the things you have on your wish list that you'd really like to change in the bathroom?
Well, of course, the dated tile.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flooring is interesting. I don't even, what do you call it?
I don't know.
Putting down a tile that has a bigger size to it, that and a little bit of light, you'll feel like we added on.
There we go.
The mirror with like
the medicine cabinet.
Medicine cabinet, that's the word. That, I feel like it just looks really dated, and more storage. Definitely the sink, maybe fitting a vanity in there.
Another outlet would be nice. The only outlet is right here on this wall, and so we have
Getting ready is a struggle.
Unplugged it. Every time I turn or do anything, it's
Now do it.
starting from scratch again because you have to stop and re-plug everything in.
Speaking of wiring,
Yeah,
kind of loud in there.
Yes.
the light slash vent fan in the bathroom.
Kind of sounds like a really old microwave.
Not sure if it's gonna like take off at any moment. I think we've gotten used to it, but it is a little bit loud. That may have been original. I don't know.
I don't know. It's pretty, looks pretty old. You know, the tile really is not as out of date looking as some. I mean, the mosaic a little bit, but the existing tile there, that's really not very offensive at all.
The tile isn't like blue or pink, so it's not as bad as it could be.
You've definitely done your fair share of Pinterest boards trying to figure out
exactly what I
we
want
want to do.
to make it kind of go with the more neutral colors and schemes.
And then another thing would be maybe a new toilet. This one's a little.
Yeah, look how wide it is. Well, I think we can do a lot here. What do you think, Chelsea?
Yeah, we can't make it any bigger, but we can make her prettier.
That's right,
Good,
exactly.
good.
Okay, you know what we need to do now?
All right, well, it won't take very long.
I think I can measure it all in one spot here. When we return with Bear to get started, the first order of business is clearing out the room. Plenty of room for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It puts it into perspective just how small the master bathroom is when you see 4 people in there at once.
You get to know everybody pretty close, pretty quick.
On the first day, that's right.
I just want everybody to know I have never been in this position after a night of cutting up. I have never hugged the toilet.
I've never had to do that.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good.
Hey, Bear, we're ready for that toilet walk you like to do.
It was kind of a relief seeing that toilet come out. A lot bigger than it even looked where it was sitting.
You know, I've never taken a P-trap off and it looks clean. There's always stuff in there. And
Stop
it's always,
talking about it.
It's always fun to show that to the homeowner. Got something for you, Hannah.
Okay.
Did you need any of this?
No.
We've only been here for 18 months and the house is decades old. I rarely get ready in there just because we don't have a lot of counter space. So I have to say that is not my hair.
That's gross.
I'm going to need to hug the porcelain throne now.
Every bathroom needs a small trash can, but there never seems to be a place to put it where it's not in the way. And if you have a smaller bathroom, it's even more of a problem. But here's a simple solution on how to put a trash can in your bathroom and have it hidden away. And here's the trick. On the back of one of the vanity doors, mount 2 small plastic hooks. These hooks happen to come from a ventilated shelving unit, the kind you might put in a closet, but we mounted them to the back with 2 small 1/2-inch screws. And that's really important, use short screws because you don't obviously want them poking through the other side. And space the hooks maybe 3 to 4 inches apart, depending on the size of the trash can. And make sure the trash can has a lip on it. Most of them do. That's really important because we're going to use that lip to mount the trash can. See, it hangs right on the hooks. You can close it completely out of the way. You can walk back and forth, not worry about bumping into it. But when you need it, it's ready when you are.
We're busy taking out the old to update Logan and Hannah's master bath, but I found a snag with removing the old sink. You know, usually when you have water lines coming out of a wall in a bathroom, you have a water cutoff just like this. Well, the sink doesn't have it, so we'll actually have to turn the water off at the street before we can remove this. So I'm gonna let the plumber take care of that. So we'll move on to taking out the linen closet door and the medicine cabinet.
Okie dokie.
Now, you know, when we moved the medicine cabinet and had that recessed spot there, the medicine cabinet only went in 3.5 inches, but the wall is 5.5. So there's a 2-inch void right in there. Hey, Hannah, come here a second.
I don't know if I want to come see what you have to show me this time.
Oh, this is easy. Let me show you this. We took this out and it has a little slot back there for razor blades. The old days when they'd have the disposable razor blades, and we just happened to find some here.
Oh my goodness. It blows my mind that probably every house around here has old razor blades in the wall. It's so strange.
I've seen this paint color on the internet, but it always looks different in real life. So I'm painting a small little area on the wall so we can see what it looks like up against Hannah's bath tiles and to visualize what it will look like in the space when it's done.
Oh. Well, the bathroom's not that big, but there was a lot of other spaces that you could have sampled that other than right exactly
No,
where
it
I've got to
needed
put
to be
my hand.
opposite the door. Didn't you see the wet paint sign?
I didn't see the paint sign. I saw this
There
blob.
wasn't one.
Yeah, there. Just in time, Artie the plumber arrives to rescue me from Chelsea. So I'd love to move this toilet over a little bit, and that'll allow us room for about a 30-inch vanity over there. Now, I've used these things a lot in remodeling to be able to kick that toilet over a couple inches, but I was expecting to find cast iron pipe, but it's plastic.
PVC, you got lucky.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because these houses usually have cast iron.
Well, what do you think? Do you think maybe this thing isn't original then, the walls and such?
You know, somebody could have changed it, had to repair something, and they put a boot on it and put some PVC on it, and we got lucky.
Perfect. It's all you, babe.
All right, Danny. Yes, sir.
Okay, Hannah, look at all of this storage.
I love it.
The new vanity.
Drawers and cabinet space.
And like even countertop space now. And I really liked the beadboard element of this. So I got a sheeted beadboard from the store so that we can put a piece on this side.
I like that.
Next to the toilet. And then I thought we can find a way to put it on top of the louvers on the linen closet door.
I like that a little bit just to modernize it.
But then also have this cool hardware that we can put on there too.
Is that beadboard going to work on that?
I think so. We need to figure out the recess.
I love the gold hardware.
Doesn't that make it look
fancy.
so fancy?
Look at that.
And then there's another one for the vanity too.
The recess in the door is too shallow for the beadboard, so we use the table saw to make it a little deeper. Meanwhile, the plumbers install the offset toilet flange, add cutoff valves to the sink, and swap the dated trim on the tub fixtures. To wrap up the day, we cut panels from the beadboard and glue them into the door recess to dry overnight.
Okay, now the paint sample has dried. What do you think? Does it look like the mock-up at all?
Brown wasn't the first initial color I would have chosen, but everything Chelsea has envisioned for the bathroom, I think it's gonna pull it all together and just look really great.
I really think we should paint the ceiling. I just think it's fun, with a small space to go bold.
Yeah. Painting the trim and the ceiling and the walls is like the new in thing. So the fact that she wanted to do that got me really excited.
I guess it's up to you whether you want to paint all 4 walls or just the back wall and then this wall and kind of make it look like a stripe with the ceiling, but we can start there and you can see if you want to paint the other 2 walls too.
I like that idea.
Okay. You like options?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Dad, we've got approval on the paint color.
Oh, that's
So
always a
we're
relief.
ready to move forward on that.
Good. Well, we got a little painting to do right here. So just take those clamps off there.
See how it turned out. Just covering up those louvers makes this door look so much fresher and modern.
Okay, I got stuff to do inside.
Okay, let's get some sandpaper.
While Chelsea and Hannah sand the door and begin applying putty, Logan and I can attack the old cast iron sink. Let's see if we can just lift it up.
Okay.
Okay, and then okay. Let's see, just keep lifting. All right. That sounds bad.
Uh-oh. It was a little bit heavy, and so I already had a game plan of, all right, if this thing starts to fall, is it my foot or Danny's foot? Like, which one am I choosing?
What's the best way to carry this?
Don't drop it. There you go. Just don't drop it.
Whose foot was going to get it?
I plead the fifth.
Your wife may want that.
All right, y'all ready to caulk?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Make it look nice and tight so that we can get it painted.
I think I brought a new technique to the show. You put a little caulk on your finger and just kind of work it into some deeper places.
Logan has employed my technique of when you're not very familiar with a tool, you just use your hands instead.
So, you know, you guys can thank me for that one in future episodes.
If you enjoy tiling projects, you know they can be very labor intensive, time consuming, and also very messy. And if you could cut down on that mess, would you? I know I would. And Custom Building Products has come out with a solution to some of the mess. Now this is their SimpleGrout. And it's a pre-mixed, ready-to-go grout that you can get in different colors. But what this does is it helps eliminate the mess of having to mix the grout. And you know that sometimes if you're in a hurry, mixing the grout, putting too much water or not putting enough water is actually going to make your grout fail over time. So you don't have to worry about this. It's very user-friendly. So all you got to do is just put it right here on the tile and it is ready to go. Now this can go in any application, whether it's a countertop, a shower, floor, this stuff works great. So if you want to speed your project along, you don't want to create a lot of mess, this is a good solution for you.
Updating Logan and Hannah's bathroom includes some electrical changes.
You hear that loud thing?
So Jeremy, our electrician, drops by to add an outlet by the vanity, clean up the redundant switches, and install a new quiet ventilation fan.
We really want to get a coat of paint on the walls in the bathroom, and Hannah's 8 months pregnant, so we're going to let her sit this one out so we don't have to worry about the fumes. Because this bathroom is so small, it's easy to go bold in this space, and painting the ceiling the same color as the dark brown walls is bold to me.
I'm excited to see.
Do you like the color block?
I'm trying to envision it all.
Okay.
The striped 2 walls and the ceiling and the crown molding, I liked that idea. Oh man, I don't know. But then the thought of it all being one color, I think I knew I just would love it even more. Part of me just says paint it.
Okay. Which part, like 75% of you?
The pressure's on of, do I paint it? Do I not paint it? It's too hard. And I feel like I have to decide right away, but trying to take it all in at the same time. But I think I want the wall painted.
Hannah doesn't seem 100% confident in her choice, which makes me a little nervous because I don't want to have to go back and paint the wall white after I paint it modern mocha. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think I love the look of
I do like the painted trim too.
the painted trim with the painted wall, and so I think if it's all done, I like it.
Once the painting is complete, we prep the floor by roughing up the old tile with sandpaper and cleaning it thoroughly. While Bear mixes the thin set adhesive, we chalk a layout line and mark the difficult cuts by the tub. Once they're made, Logan and I begin laying tile. Get you a little more, dip a little more in there.
All right, how about that?
All right, put it down there.
I had no idea what I was getting into.
Yeah, turn it up just like that, and then start right here. All right, now come this way, just slow and easy. You just want to see how you're evening it out.
Yep.
I think I made it more messy than it was supposed to be.
Were you nervous about me doing this?
Yeah, absolutely. But not anymore.
There we go.
So Logan, now you know how to tile, right?
Here it comes. You know, one of the dangers of us sharing some of the things we know with homeowners, then the spouse expects them to be able to do that on their own.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun, isn't it? It's kind of fun.
It makes me want to say, you want to do the other bathroom? You can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah, I did it with Danny right there with me the whole time.
Brooklyn is such a helper. She wants to help and just be your little sidekick. So she was ready to step in and be a part of her bathroom.
And Brooklyn was
You got your spacer.
1, 2,
Aw.
3, and she held her tongue out.
Just like you.
After we finish laying the tile, it dries overnight. And the next morning, we prep the surface with grout release before we begin applying the grout. On this particular grout, you really have to clean this as you go instead of grouting all of it and then coming back. Following the instructions, I think we did pretty good. You know, one of the questions I get all the time from homeowners is when you install the new floor, how do you make the transition from the new to the old? And every situation is a little unique. Here, I'm actually using the wood threshold that was here, but I just modified it a little bit with a nice little bevel on that end so that I can put my little spacer piece down. I'll glue it all in place, and then I'll put this in place, a little more glue and nails, and this will look great. When the grout is dry, we install the vanity cabinet, the countertop, and the linen closet door. But will the toilet fit?
Did you doubt my measurements?
On the toilet?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was a little nervous, to be honest.
I mean, it only looked like it was that far away from it, so I was very relieved
Plenty of room.
to realize it's gonna go right in.
I ordered the most narrow toilet on the market.
Good job.
16.5 inches wide. Since Hannah's a mom like I am with young children, I know she's looking for ways to reduce the amount of time it takes to do household chores. So I wanted to introduce her to one of my favorite cleaning tricks, and that's wet and forget shower spray. You just spray it once a week after you get out of the shower, and you let it soak, and then the next time you get in the shower, you rinse it off.
You just spray it wet and forget. You can forget about it, and then the next time you turn the shower on,
It's like the name.
yeah, it
Literally is the name.
Logan and Hannah's small master bathroom was definitely dated. The wall-mounted sink, the metal medicine cabinet, and the gigantic toilet made it look very institutional. And they weren't very fond of the mosaic floor tile or the vent fan that sounded like a freight train. The room needed a makeover, maybe even more than it needed more space. But now, the room has a whole new feel. The new tile floor updates the space and makes it feel larger than it actually is. The vanity adds much needed storage and style, along with the new mirror and light fixture. The beadboard on the linen closet door ties it into the rest of the room, while the new vent fan and outlet by the sink make the room more usable. And we were able to do it all with less than $1,000 worth of materials.
I think it feels so much more open, more space,
more storage,
and it's way more user-friendly. Like the outlet's not across the room anymore. We have one by the sink. We have a countertop to put stuff. We could put our toothbrush there if we wanted to.
I love the tile on the floor, the natural colors that kind of go with the rest of our house.
And the grout.
Yeah, the amazing grout that you did. I love the gold accents of the light fixtures and the knobs and how everything just kind of is pulled together. And the floor-to-ceiling shower curtain is such a fun thing that I never would have thought of.
I think what makes a master bathroom is it's a space that doesn't feel like just another bathroom in the house. And I think we definitely have that now.
Of course, we would have loved to be able to expand the master bathroom for Logan and Hannah, but wasn't in the budget at this time, and we had to move pretty quick because they're expecting that new baby girl any day now. But you can see with just a modest budget, a little bit of work can make a big, big difference in a bathroom of that size. You can do the same thing at your house. I'm Danny Lipford, along with my daughter Chelsea. Thank you so much for being with us here on today's Homeowner. Next week, we're helping a couple upgrade their garage to make it a welcoming entrance for their family and friends.
Should we show that? Is that clean enough?